How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So finally getting around to it, I'm gonna explain everything on my plate carrier, how I'm running it, why I'm running it, what's inside it, what have I been using, that kind of stuff. I have tons of you people asking me all the time, like, hey, let me see your updated plate carrier. I typically do it once a year. And honestly, I haven't done it recently because not a lot has changed up until kind of recently, at least couple months ago. But other than that, we're going to dive into all the details. So I'm going to give you an overview of what everything is, right? All the pouches, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to dive inside it and show you what do I carry inside, right? That kind of stuff. So it's kind of two separate sections, but it is what it is. First off, nothing you see here is like has an agenda behind it. This is literally what I have been using. You can see how abused and beat up this thing is. My Velcro is pretty much done. Simunitions are like painted this thing and are stained. Fake bloods on this for TCCC based stuff, right? I got fabric, it's falling apart. You know, the bottom is all scuffed up. Like there's a lot of use to this whole rig. So it's not just, I put this together for YouTube and it sits in the side of the closet. Nope, this thing has a ton of sweat. Just pushed inside of it. It's been used. So getting to the carrier specifically itself, the overall package, it's the Agilite K0. Now this kit is actually, or this plate bag kind of setup is actually, in my opinion, fairly nice. I have used a lot in my career. I've used many plate carriers, also dating back before plate carriers were even really majorly used. We're talking IOTVs, interceptor vests, and even LBE harnesses and stuff like that. I have used those operationally, and this is where, you know, the kind of the industry and armor requirement, because my unit of course has certain requirements on what I have to be armed with and protected with and all that kind of stuff. So this what facilitates it the best. Now the K0, just mentioning just the high points of it, mainly is how well it sits on your body and the pockets, and how the plate bag's actually set up. So this has a ton of room for the shooting stock of the pockets of your shoulders. Almost one of the best carriers, and I've used Mayflowers and London Bridge and, you know, T3s. I've used, you know, oh man, there's so many. Cries and HRTs and all kinds of other stuff, rigs that I have used over the years. And in my opinion, this has the best shoulder pocket currently. Yes, are there others on the market? Yes, I probably just haven't used them. So currently, this is what I enjoy. Another benefit to this is the straps come over the top of the plate bag, which it pulls it into you. Yes, it is wrapped around from the back too, but that's a problem with a lot of carriers is they sew it from the back and your plates tend to kind of push away from your body over time and you have to really cinch them up. This pulls the plate to you, to your chest, which is, in my opinion, very beneficial. All right, moving down from there, I am using an HRT. I think this is the Maximus placard. I have been using this thing for years and it is still trucking away really good, right? It has provisions for 2 pistol pouches, which I've modified, one on the side, and it has 2 admin pouches, and of course, 3 magazines up in the front here, right? You can run 1, 2, 3, which that's seated all the way in. And it also provides you a location to put an ATAC system, which I originally used to run. Still kind of do, just it's not on there at the moment because of reasons I'm not going to discuss. So different mission, Met TC, right? So works out fairly well. Moving down from that is a mini dangler from Feral Concepts, right? This is the IFAK, the trauma kit. I particularly pretty much always use this. We'll dive into the details of this here in a little bit. Behind it is a Feral Concepts Roll 1 trauma kit. I have since replaced the trauma kit and I carry water. So I'll dive into the reasons why behind that here in a little bit. Again, we're just doing the overview, then we're gonna dive in. Over here, just a simple radio pouch. I think this is a London Bridge Tactical, if I recall. Yep, LBT. Had this for years. I'm talking this pouch is probably 4 or 5 years old, and it's fairly getting abused and beaten and whatnot. It is what it is. It does give you different radio types, right? This will accommodate all the way up to a Harris 152 if necessary, which are the big, for the folks that aren't familiar, that's the big green radios. They're really huge. If they ever go dead, you can honestly probably chuck them at someone and hurt them if you're out of ammo, jokingly, of course. But they're that big and bulky, but it will put one of those in there. Now, I do have a Spiritus pouch over here on the very far left of me. I am a right-handed individual, so shooter-wise. So this is typically my heavy side. My right side is my more slick side because of the pistol and what I'm running over there, which I'll get to here in a little bit. But this is their, I think this is their mutant pouch, if I recall. And I carry one magazine on inside of this, and it's really nice, mainly because this is an open admin pouch for me. So when we get like maps or details or smaller admin task things, they always get stuffed in here, or other things that I need. So it opens up pretty well. You can, you know, it's expandable, but I typically use it for smaller admin issued items to me before mission and stuff like that. That's why it runs pretty much slick. I also have two chem sticks, red and blue over here. For marking purposes, I'm not going to dive into all the details what chem sticks are. I'm just going to assume you guys know what they're all used for. If you don't, hey, there's other videos on YouTube that will explain that. Right below the Spiritus, this is a Flatline Fiberco dump pouch. So I like running dump pouches realistically on my kit, especially my left side, for those extra items. I always get extra items in the field. Like, hey, when you're going out on a mission or doing something, or you're prepping or preparing, you know, people will show up and be like, hey, we need to carry this, or we need to put binos or thermals, right? And it's so easy. If I get like issued a thermal, which this is a really small one, this is a personal thermal, but we have other ones, right? I'm like, hey, what am I gonna do with this thing? It's in my hand. I wanna take it with me, you know, just for maybe I'm dismounting my vehicle or something like that. I'm not going too far. Where am I going to put this thing? Well, it's really easy just to pull that down, right? And then I can put binoculars, thermals, right? It's bungeed in the top so things don't yard sail all over the place. And it's nice just to stuff things in there. Now, if I was going even longer, you could go all the way up to a Nalgene. If you really want to put a Nalgene in here, right? You can and cinch it up. It's just extra water for you. It works out fairly well, but I typically don't put a Nalgene in there, but I'm just sharing, you know, the capabilities of the full, or the Flatline Fiberco dump pouch. Also, these are set up, my side wings, or the cummerbund is set up with spear tubes. The cummerbund is a Agilite Warfighter cummerbund. Now, just my opinion, this is probably the best cummerbund I have ever used in my career. And no, I'm not paid to say that. I get to say whatever I want about any product. It's just, I really enjoy it, mainly because it has double MOLLE. And it has Tigris on the inside of it, which is very cool, which helps with weight. So you don't get that twisting motion or that compressing motion, right? But in the back, it has elastic, so you can actually breathe, and it stretches this way, at least horizontally, but it won't twist on you. The MOLLE is double road, so you can run stuff on the inside. As you see here, I have a magazine pouch. This is a Blue Force Gear 10-speed pouch, single pouch, and then I also have a ASP pouch in here, and this runs internally. It gives you extra space, so you don't have to populate the outside of your rig with extra mission essential requirements that you may need to bring with you. So works on both sides. Going all the way over to the back side right here, I also have a very small Blue Force Gear dump pouch. This thing is also another dump pouch. You're like, oh my gosh, why do you carry two? And I'm telling you, when you go out on a mission, you get issued random stuff. And as you progress up the chain, you would think, oh, you could just ditch some of those items and hand it off to your younger folks. Sometimes yes, most of the time no, because you end up needing things, more maps, more binoculars, more tools, night vision, thermals, you know, as in another, like, hey, you're getting issued 2 radios, smoke grenades, you know, you're getting issued a flashbang. Like, again, I can put that stuff in here, or I can pull it. Especially if you're doing like dead body sweeps or something like that, you want to pull a weapon system off of you, or you have intel, or you're collecting certain items, or someone else drops a piece of gear and they can't carry it for some reason, or you need that gear, it just gives you extra space that almost is non-existent, super lightweight, but it can expand in a matter of seconds to stuff random things. I know a bunch of you NCOs have been there and done that before, carrying extra gear. So, and probably other troops as well. All right, moving over to the right side, right, just doing the overview real quick, then we're gonna dive into the details and go over this all over again for the details. Blue Force gear, triple mag pouch, which is really nice, right? I carry, which I'll dive into that in a little bit. Again, the same setup, 2 pistol magazine pouches, which I have restraining tools, and yes, that's pretty much the carrier in essence. So let's dive into the nitty gritty details, what's inside of it. All right, so exteriorly, right, you immediately see, hey, HRT placard, right? I carry a flashlight on the right-hand side, right, so I can easily access it, use my flashlight if I need to. Yes, it has a bungee cord around it. Mainly it's because I can actually attach the flashlight to me, right, so it doesn't fall off, especially if I'm moving around or something like that. Yeah, if I drop it, I'm not going to drop it, it's retained to me. Not for everybody, but I have used it for several years, having a bungee cord like that, and it has worked out fairly well. Diving into the details, these are small 2 admin pouches, right? What am I carrying? Cool. Write in the Rain notebook, and then also under here, I have one of the Black Hills design Range R cards, which is super cool. This is just a simple, non-electronic way to range find very quickly, or range estimate, I guess you could say. Super handy tool, I really like it. I carry a Sharpie typically in here, and then a Viz marker or wet erase. Fairly nice for, you know, battle tracking and other stuff like that. Some of you guys have seen my battle board videos. I also carry 4 CR123s in here, just an extra set of batteries, because we're always blowing through batteries like crazy, and I don't want to be out doing something and then a flashlight or a PEC or, you know, some other type of device, my thermal or something like that, just completely goes out on me. I have immediate battery backups on me, or maybe one of my other subordinates or something, they run out of batteries. Hey, cool, too easy. Another very useful tool is a chin strap extension kit, or a strap for your helmet, because especially when you put on your gas mask, and if you're running night vision, typically you have your chin strap set for your desired neck without a gas mask. As soon as you add a gas mask, you're gonna need some extra length, or you're gonna be running around, your helmet's gonna fall off and you're gonna look stupid. So this helps out a lot, especially for the chemical biological warfare aspect, and using a helmet, just a simple thing like that, which I use a Team Wendy helmet. Yeah, so that's this. I also have a pencil in here. Other than that, that's it. Maybe some little personal, as in like specific items that I can't show you just because of job related, but there's some other stuff in there too. Here's another smaller admin pouch. Not much in here whatsoever. This is just opening for other random things. Lens cleaning kit, or a pen, right, to clean off my ACOG or other optics, night vision, thermal, binoculars, whatever it is. If it's snowing, if it's raining, I can clean it off. Sharpies, and then I have a small streamlight right here. This is just pretty much an admin task. It's pretty hard to turn on because it's really tucked in there, but it's nice for nighttime ops. It's a red lens. It also do white, but yeah, it's set up there. On the outside, I also have 2 chem sticks. I don't recommend carrying chem sticks outside of their nice packaging because the UV light will degrade them and they won't work. So I kind of rotate these out probably about every 6 months, or I use them depending on how it is. I think I haven't used this one yet. I think the right one is fairly brand new because I used it a little while ago on other stuff. 2 pistol mag pouches, right? I typically run the pistol extra over here. Yes, I'm running the SIG M18 for my career. I'm using the 21 rounder always in my holster on the side, mainly because who wants to reload in the middle of a gunfight? I want to have as many rounds as I can per weapon system. So I see some people putting the shorty mags in there. Cool, do whatever you want. It's your, like, however you want to run it. I personally run the 21 rounder just because, again, I don't want to reload. Granted, it's a secondary. It's not my primary pistol, or a rifle is my primary weapon system. I probably will never use the pistol realistically, but it is there. I want to have it ready and prepped, ready to go. Next, the IFAK, right? Feral Concepts Mini Dangler, right? This is just a pretty simple trauma kit for the most part. It has combat gauze, right? Occlusive dressings. It has Israeli bandages. I got trauma shears in here. I have casualty care cards in here. Common gauze. Cana Provisions water decon kit, which is water purification, right? If you get separated and need water. I did a whole video on those. Really handy thing to have in this kit for that emergency purpose. Yes, it is not medicine related, but it's so cylindrical, it just fits in there nice and easy. Front right here, tourniquet, can't talk. And it is accessible from both hands, right? Same with my trauma kit. It is up front in front of me, so my right hand can access it, my left hand can access it, right? So if I was injured in one of them, I can get to it. Same with the tourniquet. Right hand, I pull it. Left hand, I can pull it. Another thing, maybe people will disagree, I like having water on me, but I don't like keeping water on my, like the cummerbund. So I found this open space down here, and I just run a small Life water bottle in here. It works really well. Honestly, I've been running that in that general location for like 2-3 years now. It works out to having water. I would recommend it if you're interested in it. All right, I don't think there's anything else detail-wise on the left because I kind of went over that. It's all slick, right? Because we get issued items and then those pouches get populated with those issued items. Cool, I think that's everything on this as well. On the right side, right, again, I'm running the 10-speed pouches from Blue Force Gear. It's really nice because you can stuff random things. I keep a VS17 panel in here for marking and other stuff like that. I have nothing in the backside of this one. Again, it's like extra stuff. If you just need to put things in there, if you get told, hey, I need you to have, you know, this piece of kit. If it can fit in there, that's where it's going. Another magazine will fit in here as well. So I run 3 up front, 2 on the insides, and then 1 on the exterior over on my left side in the Spiritus pouch. Moving over here, tourniquet, this soft T wide, just has some Ranger bands around it. Why I do that is because you can peel this off very quickly. The Ranger bands will just snap off and you can hand this tourniquet out to someone. I carry 4 tourniquets on me. Yes, I know that's a lot. 2 on my kit and 2 on my person. 1 down at my ankle, right in the normal uniform pouch, or that pocket that we have down there, and then 1 up on my left sleeve. 4 tourniquets, I get it. It might be excessive for some people, but hey, METTC, this is for me. We often train with tourniquets a lot, and in case someone else doesn't have one, I want to provide one to them. Over here on the side, this is HRT pistol pouches, so they're actually designed for pistol mags. I have inverted them and then have put restraining tools, as in zip ties, in here too. These come out very easily. They're replaceable, and you can grab them very easily, and they're very slick, right? Because I carry this pistol on my right side. I want a really easy, quick draw if I need to, so I don't populate it like my left side. The back is fully slick. I don't have anything on the rear whatsoever. And then also kind of a nifty little shock cord in here. I can put a cell phone if I really want to. Imagine if this was a cell phone, not a magazine. You can just put a cell phone in there and straps it down. Typically, like I said, my WarTac will ride here, or ATAC, depending on how you view the type. The ATAC system will ride here. I'm currently not using it because of reasons, like I said. But yeah, so this is pretty much my full rig, right? It's not having all my operational gear here, right? Because that stuff gets issued to me like all the other bits, but these are all kind of the personal items that I can go ahead and use and whatnot. So this is the full rundown. I know a lot of you have been wanting to see this. Yeah, and this is what it is. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like, hey, maybe you thought up some reasons, like why do you do that? Or maybe I should do that, or I'm definitely not gonna do that. My recommendation is not to copy this rig because it's very mission specific and mission built for me, my unit, my team, that kind of stuff. So yes, you can get some ideas from it, but that's the premise of it. And some of you say, well, that's stupid, that's too much stuff, or that's this, or that's that. Yes, your mission is probably completely different, and I would guarantee it probably is. So it is what it is. This is just an idea building video. Just thinking about it, all right? There's no right or wrong way, technically. I mean, it's a free country, at least where I am, so you can literally do whatever you want. You could run whatever pouches you want. My recommendation is test it and train in it and use it. That's pretty much all I got. So if you guys want to purchase some of these items, again, I am not affiliated with any of these products unless you go to Amazon and purchase some of these. Then I get a few cents off of it. Other than that, none of these companies have been paid me or whatsoever to talk good or bad about their products. It just is me. I'm my own boss. I'm allowed to say whatever I want, kind of the benefit of the YouTube gig. I don't care. If you hate a lot of these products, then don't buy them. I am not concerned. I'm just sharing with you. This is what I use. This is what I enjoy. And it's worked out so far for over a decade on some of these items. Specifically, some of these have been running around for a long time. Other than that, hope you enjoyed it. That's all I got to say. Have a great day.